Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. This is going to be a reply to the brother Spirit Wind Judah. The brothers are out in Mississippi. He did a video mapping your mind. And, I found it as a beautiful lesson. Because in its truth, you have you're gonna have all types of shit happening to you in your life, man. Hey, a lot of shit just happens, all at once, man. Like when they say, like they say, when it rains, it pours. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna rain even more, man. Through the spirit, it's been raining a lot for like the past 2 weeks here in New Jersey. So you know what I'm saying? We just gonna have to have that spiritual umbrella, man. And the spirit of the Lord, I was watching Apostle more. I've been watching a lot of Apostle Eckhart this week. He was reading one of his lessons. He's reading Mark 10, but he kept saying Matthew's 10. And he's like, hey, that's a spirit. So I'm like, hey, that is a spirit, because pertaining to this lesson, having that map in your mind is very crucial. And like I noticed that it's very crucial because I just started playing chess. Just pass the time or whatever. And then I know, like, talking to a brother, how he was saying that's, it helps you, like, mentally. So he was like, lo and behold, I'm playing chess against somebody else. And as he was moving faster, I was moving faster. He was moving slower, I was moving slower. And then I began to lose because I allowed him to dictate the speed at which I was moving. So we gotta like how they say, this is chess, this ain't checkers. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is the ultimate chess player, man. And just as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is, he moves on his time. He moves on his time, and the scriptures say, be perfect as the Most High is perfect. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, I'm gonna read this Matthew's 10. It says, when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai sent this out, in spirit this time, man. Because physically, it's not like how Yahushai was physically healing, but we spiritually healing, the sick, man. So we have power, through the power of prayer, through the power of fasting, even in ourselves, man. All right? And, those who we may deal with, in this world, we have that same power spiritually, like I said, through praying, all right, through introducing them to the herbs, and so on and so forth, man. Now, the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. All right? And this means when you go out there in the highways and byways, you're only supposed to direct this word to Israel. All right? This word only goes to Israel. All right? And the salvation thereof to the elect of Israel. It says, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And that's the spirit, man, because it's weak. You have this guy, Vocab Malone. All right? Brothers call him Vocab or No Class. All right? And he's trying to, paint us as a black as paint this as a black thing. No, this is an Israel thing, man. And you got a lot of brothers who may look like Edomites, but they're Israelites. Those were the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. Because it's not just a black thing, man. It's an Israelite thing. All right. It says, as ye go preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And that's preaching the gospel. It says, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead. Okay. Now like I said, we doing that spiritually first, man. We giving people, the understanding of who they are. We giving people the understanding of who the Lord is, man. All right. And that's how we raise, like I said, that's how we raising the dead. Like the scripture say, he that wanted for the way of understanding is in the congregation of the dead. So spiritually, we bringing them back to the understanding, man. This is Salaki. With that, I can actually give. This is the time we in, man. We almost out of here, man. We ain't gonna be having to catch hell too much longer. Ezekiel chapter 37. Verse 4, and again he said, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and bring up flesh upon you, and over you with skin, and put breath in you. And ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. So I prophesied, and I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Thus saith he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord God, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. So this, in this chapter of Ezekiel, it's talking about Israel today, because Israel are those dry bones. And for us to basically raise up the dead, all right, because you think about it, a dead man, what is he? He's just nothing but bones, man. All right, and then this word is supposed to put life back into him. Now like Jake said, he got some pep in his step, man. He got some spirit to him, some real spirit, the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. So that's how we raising the dead. And I always, go into that through the spirit of how everything is spiritual before it's physical, man. So spiritually, we are raising up the dead. Cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. All right? So casting out devils, like I said, we doing that through the spirit too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like the scriptures say in 2 Corinthians the 10th chapter, casting down all wicked imaginations. Let me just grab it. This is our life now, man. This always has been our life, man. And through the spirit, the closer we get to the end, you're going to have to really realize that this is all we have, man. This is really all we have, man. It's the word and the brotherhood, man. Casting down imaginations and every high thing. No, actually, I'm going to start at 4. 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the casting down of strongholds. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringeth into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. So that's how we casting out devils, through this word, man. Everything starts and it ends through this word, which represents Yahweh Shah. Okay? So back at Matthew, this 10th chapter, Matthew 10 and verse 8, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. And just, through the Spirit, even right now, just by doing this lesson, man, just, making me feel good, It says, provide neither gold nor silver, nor brass in your purse, nor script for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staffs, for the workman is worthy of his meat. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And right now we doing that by basically going to the same place every week to prophesy. And when ye come into the house, salute it. All right. Before we do our lessons, or we go out there in the highways and hedges, we say, "What all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai." And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. And if we see that the place where we're preaching at is profitable unto us, we abide there. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to it. But if it's a bunch of niggas and scoffers, and we see that continually, we just gonna leave. Go somewhere else and basically cast that place off. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear the words, when ye depart of that house or city, shake off the dust off your feet. There you go. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. And just by reading that too, it goes to show you that everybody's not going to receive this truth. So our job is not to make everybody receive it. Our job is to look for the ones that our job is to only look for the particular ones that we know will receive it, the elect. As the scripture says, John the 10th chapter, my sheep hear my voice. I believe it's John the 10th chapter, Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. And as we go on in the truth, we see that we are really sheep in the midst of wolves. Brothers got to deal with all types of shit out there on the highways and hedges. Demons, niggas trying to pull guns, pull weapons and harm us. But as it is written, present your bodies as a living sacrifice. But we have to be harmless as dove, going back into 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. Because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. All right? And then while us doing that, we're allowing the Lord to fight for us. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and then will scourge you in their synagogues. So like I said, we have to, just by reading this too, I see that it's becoming clear more and more, and through experience, of course. But it's becoming more and more clear, that this is really all we got. And we have to understand that, And we have to have faith in the Lord, faith in the things that the Lord has told us to do. Okay? Because they're gonna twist our words, and basically, make it to that, or try to make us go against our faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, but our power already told us that, man. So with that map in your mind, like Paul said, I'm persuaded that neither death nor life. Let's just grab that actually. Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8, verse 36. As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. It says, nay, in all things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. Okay? For I'm persuaded that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Yahweh Shai power. Hey, man, we got to be stubborn, you know? Going back into that chess game, man. You know, you got to be stubborn, man. You got to know that path and stick to it, man. You know? And, you know what I'm saying? Move, hey, as you knowing that path, well, you're moving wisely. That's what Yahweh Shai was telling us. Look. All right? Move wisely, man. Know your path and move wisely. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the council, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sakes, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. You know? But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak. All right? So when times get rough, you know what I'm saying? When Esau really making his moves, all right, when he's moving them rooks real quick, or when he's moving, you know what I'm saying? It seems like he's closing in on you, you know? Them rooks or them knights. He seems like he's closing in on you. Or what you shall speak, for it shall be given in that same hour what ye shall speak. So at that same time, we still got to have our mind, you know, on the moves that we going to make. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. You know, so in the end, it's going to come. It's going to come more clear that we only have the Lord, man. The ones that you think you love, or the ones that you think that got your back, really going to turn on you. And the children shall raise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sakes, but he that endureth unto the end shall be saved. You know? So like, as the apostles, man, we got to be stubborn for this truth, man. You know? And in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, it says that the elect, their faith was immortal. You know? Basically meaning it never dies. You know, so we got to fight, man, and strive to be of that number. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the discipline, Salakia, for the disciple, that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of this household? All right, so they're gonna ridicule and slay some of us, just as they did Yahushua and the disciples of old. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. All right. Hey, even the scriptures say that precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. You know, so we winning on, no matter what, we winning, man. As long as we keep our head, keep that strong mind. And fear not them which killed the, Salakia, verse 27. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light. And what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. You know? So Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, to him and only him is the true judge, and to him and only him do we really have to answer to. You know? I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Let me see. Yeah, for the sake of time, I think I'm gonna just wrap it up right here. It says, are not two sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father, but the very hairs of your head are all numbered. You know? So, hey, man, you know, brothers, finished reading this chapter, man. I believe that it's a beautiful chapter. on just like on the topic of having that map in your mind, and you know what I'm saying, just keeping that with you, keeping these words with you, all right, and thus winning the game. You know, which is the end. What is the end game? You know, keeping these. Hey, you know what? Actually, I could just finish off with that just through the spirit, man. Because I believe even Howard Shaw said that, man. Let me see. Revelations 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. Keep thy words. Keep these words unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right. So that's how we gonna win this game, man. Hey, so with that, like I said, Lord willing, you all can edify, man. It's just through the spirit. I felt I had to do this lesson, you know, for myself first and foremost, and then for you, Akim, out there, man. Remember, have that map in your mind, man, and stick to it. You know, because we already got the game plan to win. All right, we already got the game plan to win, man. But we just gotta execute it now, you know. So with that, shalom.